Greetings, YouTubians, and welcome back to Wayne's Sharp World, where today we are taking a look at a banger coming out of Best Tech, and from a designer that I think we all know and probably most of us love. This, in my opinion, is the best work yet from this designer, and it is none other than the Best Tech Vestige. Now, before I go any further into this review, I want to thank you guys for tuning in today. If you like what you see, do me a huge favor, hit that subscribe button, follow along, and I will continue to bring you the content. Now, let's take a look at some overall specs on this big knife right here. We have an overall length of 8.19 inches, a blade length of 3.47 inches, and a blade thickness at 126 thousandths. One of the best, most amazing things about this blade is right here. We are looking at Magna Cut blade steel at an HRC in the range of 62 to 64. So not too shabby there on the heat treat. We have a Bowie style blade with a flat grind, handle length coming in at 4.72 inches, handle thickness at 469 thousandths. We are looking at micarta and titanium with some pretty darn good inlay work. Frame lock for the locking mechanism, but it kind of gives you that sub frame lock feel, even though it is clearly a frame lock. I like the way this was put together. I like the way it was designed. Looking really good and really clean. User of a right hand only tip up carry. Weight coming in at 3.63 ounces. If you didn't see that maker's mark, designed by Justin Lundquist. And the reason I emphasize the size on this is Justin usually designs smaller knives. This is easily one of the biggest knives that I know of that he's ever designed. And boy, oh boy, I think it's my favorite. Prices on this guy. This version you see here is $255. There's also a version just like this with black micarta. And then we have some carbon fiber variants that are coming in at $280. And then if you want to get real fancy schmancy, there is a Damasteel and carbon fiber variant coming in at $576. So pick your poison there, but let's do some size comparisons and see how this guy matches up. So instead of pulling out knives this size, I think everyone that knows Justin Lundquist knows about this knife right here. This is the Feist from Kaiser, and it's one of I think it's probably safe to say it's one of, if not the most popular design from Justin Lundquist. That's the regular size, and then this is the Feist XL. So you got a couple size ranges here, and look at this. Look at how much bigger the Vestige is compared to the XL or the regular Feist. Guys, this is I don't want to say chonker because it's not, it's nice and thin. This is an excellent size knife because it has the length, it has the width to it, but it doesn't have all that thick chunkiness you get with some other knives that are this big. So I'm really, really digging the size there, and I think those comparisons pretty much did it for everyone. What else do I have here? I do have a couple more we'll throw out just for the heck of it, just for shits and giggles on this Friday afternoon. Here is the Kaiser Escort, and then what do we got here? Here we go. Here's the Kaiser Veritas. That's another good one to throw out there. A lot of people know the Veritas. So yeah, I mean, there's no getting around it. This is a big knife, even bigger than the Escort in terms of length, and it's also wider than the Escort in terms of the handle. So yeah, this is very much a Wayne knife. And man, oh man, Wayne-y likey. Really, really good stuff here, guys. Starting at the blade, we are looking at 14 thousandths. 14 thousandths behind the edge here. This thing is extremely sharp. Looking really good too with that Bowie blade, that Fuller. Now the Fuller, it doesn't really do you much good for deployment. You can't get in there unless you are, I would say a girl, but if you are a person with very long fingernails that could reach in there and kick that out, then you could probably do it. But unless you got some really long, really strong fingernails, this is going to have to rely on the flipper solely, but man, oh man. I'll hold off on talking about the action until we get to it, but boy, oh boy, do we have something good here in terms of action. As for the rest of the blade, we have an amazing plunge grind, a nice sharpening choil. All the details are hit on this guy very well. excellent tip for piercing. Some nice jimping back here that is functional jimping. It's nice and grippy, so you're gonna really feel that on your thumb, but not too aggressively, just enough to really get a really good traction there. And if you really wanted to choke up, you can kind of pinch here, because this also has some nice jimping on the flipper tab to where you can have a very, very secure pinch grip up close to the blade. Or what you would do probably most of the time is just really hold it, kind of just that really common grip here. Love the size and width of this handle. Such good stuff here. Inlay work is phenomenal. Quality of the micarta is, in my opinion, as good as it can get from micarta. Just really, really good stuff there. I'm loving this pocket clip. I mean, first, I like the design of it, but then just the way they have it in with the hidden screw, they put it within the inlay. So as you can see, it's very well placed. It's very clean. It looks very, very good on the clip side. I would argue the clip side looks just as good as the show side, if not maybe a little better, because that clip looks awesome. So just some really, really good stuff going on here from a design and execution standpoint. And then the ergos. Oh man, just amazing ergos. I'm trying to think of like what else I could compare this to holding. I mean, there's really nothing else. It's just a really, really nice shape. It's fully contoured, but the contouring is rather light, so it doesn't feel real round and thick in the hand, but you feel the contouring just a little. Up here, you have a nice milled out area for the relief when you go to kick the flipper tab out, because that's where your finger's gonna land. So it really works. It really works in about all the little details were thought of with this guy. And they were all executed very well. Lockup is extremely good. Just what we're looking for there, so no issues. And the action. Guys, if you like a light switch, it is fantastic. It's amazing. If you like kind of the push button to where you just put your finger here and rocket it out, this is one of the best knives I've ever handled with that type of deployment where you can just push that flipper out. The detent is perfect. The flipper tab design is spot on for the multiple deployment options for just the flipper tab. Really good here, really good here. I could not be happier with this thing. This isn't like brand new. It's been out for a little while. I think a lot of people would still consider it new, but just not brand new. I love it. I'm becoming more and more impressed with Best Tech's common offerings in terms of the Best Tech branded premium lineup, I should say. There was another one earlier from Paul Munko that was really, really good. I just reviewed it recently. This is added to that list. We all know that Best Tech is amazing for OEM work, to make knives for other brands. A lot of times you hear, manufactured by Best Tech. Well, this is a Best Tech knife. This is not an anyone else knife. It's so good. I think they should focus a little more on their own brand. I mean, I'm sure they're doing just fine doing what they're doing from a business standpoint. But man, oh man, if this is what they can bring and just keep under the Best Tech label, man, keep doing it. Please keep doing it. Really good stuff here. I would have to say, this is my favorite Justin Lundquist design, just because you guys know I like bigger knives. It feels amazing in the hand. It's got a great looking blade. I don't have one issue. Some people may complain it's just a flipper. You can't deploy it any other way. I'm telling you guys, this flipper is so satisfying. I'm okay with that. When you do something this good, you get a pass. And Best Tech gets a pass easily on the Vestige with just one deployment option because it is that good. If you've been thinking about this one, if it's been on your radar, pull the trigger. I would just say pull the trigger because it is fire. Really, really good piece coming out of Best Tech, the Vestige from Justin Lundquist. Let me know what you guys think of this one. I hope you enjoy it. Hope you have a great rest of your day. And until the next one, I'm out.